Welcome back to another episode of Glowing English, the podcast where we make mastering English simple, practical, and the natural part of your life. I'm your host, Jihad, and today we are diving into a topic that a lot of you have been asking for. How do you build fluency when you're busy with work, school, and daily chores? To help me unpack this, I have a very special guest with us today. She's a language coach and an absolute expert on building positive study habits. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me, Jihad. It is wonderful to be here on Glowing English. I'm really excited to talk about this because I truly believe that the secret to fluency isn't hidden in a 3-hour grammar textbook. It's hidden in your everyday routine.
Exactly. We always tell our listeners that fluency isn't about being perfect, it's about making English a part of your lifestyle. But before we get into the practical tips, Lisa, let's talk about the biggest complaint we hear from learners. Jihad, I just don't have time. What's your take on that?
Oh, the no time excuse. It's the #1 barrier, isn't it? But here's the truth. Nobody has a spare 2 hours just sitting around waiting to be used for studying. If you wait until you have a massive chunk of free time, you will never start.
I couldn't agree more. People think they need to sit at a desk, turn off their phone, and stare at notes for an hour. But in reality, consistency is much more powerful than intensity.
Precisely. Think of it like going to the gym. If you only work out for 5 hours once a month, you won't see results. But 15 minutes a day? That changes everything. The secret is habit stacking. You take things you already do every single day, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, or commuting, and you stack a tiny English habit on top of it.
Habit stacking. I love that term. Give us an example of how that works in real life.
Okay, take your morning coffee or tea. While the water is boiling or the machine is running, that's a perfect 3-minute window. Instead of scrolling through social media in your native language, read one short quote or check the definition of just one new phrase. You are already standing there waiting for your coffee anyway.
That is so effortless. You're not adding extra tasks to your day, you're just changing the language of the things you already do. Let's map out a day for our listeners. Let's start with the commute to work or university. Most people spend 30 to 40 minutes on a bus, a train, or driving. How can we activate that time for glowing English?
The commute is a goldmine for your ears. This is your prime listening window. Put on an English podcast, just like Glowing English, or a short audio story. But here's the trick to maximize it. Don't just listen passively, like background noise. Pick out 1 or 2 sentences that sound cool and repeat them out loud if you're driving, or whisper them under your breath if you're on a bus.
Ah, the listen and repeat method. It builds muscle memory in your mouth, right?
Yes, it trains your tongue and your brain to get used to the rhythm, the pacing, and the pronunciation of real English phrases.
Brilliant. Now, let's move to lunchtime or chores in the afternoon, say washing the dishes or cooking dinner. What can we do then?
This is my favorite one. Talk to yourself. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but narrating your actions in English is an incredible way to bridge the gap between knowing words and actually speaking them. When you're cooking, say out loud, "Okay, now I'm chopping the onions. The pan is getting hot. I need to add some salt."
I actually do that sometimes. It forces your brain to stop translating. If you're looking at an onion and you say onion directly, you're bypassing your native language entirely. You're training your brain to think in English.
Exactly. Translation takes too long and it mixes up your grammar. But when you describe your immediate surroundings, like it's raining outside, I'm so hungry, or where are my keys, your brain stays locked in English mode.
Now, Lisa, we can't talk about daily practice without talking about mindset. A lot of our listeners tell me, Jihad, I want to practice speaking, but I'm terrified of making mistakes. I feel like everyone is judging my grammar. How do we overcome this enemy?
This is a huge invisible wall for so many adults. When we're kids, we don't care about mistakes. We say funny things, people correct us, and we keep going. But as adults, we get shy. We want to be perfect immediately. My advice is simple. Look at mistakes as your teacher, not your enemy.
Right. If you don't make mistakes, it just means you're not trying hard enough. It means you're staying inside your comfort zone.
Exactly. And remember, even native speakers make mistakes, forget words, or break grammar rules all the time. The difference is they don't stop and feel ashamed. They just keep talking. If you practice at home, talking to your mirror, recording your voice on your phone, or chatting with a supportive online community, there is zero judgment. Create a safe space for yourself to mess up.
I love that. Create a safe space to mess up. Treat mistakes like valuable clues that show you exactly where you can glow and grow next. Wow, Lisa, time flies when you're having fun. What is the #1 takeaway you want the Glowing English family to remember today?
If you remember nothing else, remember this. Fluency is built step by step through daily small choices. Don't worry about mastering every single grammar book tonight. Just focus on small phrases, listen a little bit every day, speak out loud to yourself, and keep a positive mindset. You've got this.
Beautifully said. Consistency is your superpower. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lisa. Your tips were incredibly practical and inspiring.
It was an absolute pleasure, Jihad. Keep glowing, everyone.
And to all our wonderful listeners out there, thank you for tuning in to Glowing English. Put just one of Lisa's tips into practice today, whether it's during your coffee break or your commute home. Let us know in the comments which tip you're going to try first. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a friend who's on their English learning journey.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay confident, and keep smiling. Bye-bye.